Hello, beautiful people. I have missed you so much. Y'all have no idea how much I have missed you. I've been out of town, I've been traveling. I'm back. And I will be going live later to share with you about some things about my trip and dating while outside your city. But in the meantime, I have a few minutes before I have to go get my little one. And I look so cute. I started to go on camera. I was like, let me do it. Let me do it. But no, I'm not doing that. But y'all, I wanted to try out. I bought some lashes from the dollar store because normally I spend about $10 to $20 on lashes, just depending on where I get them from. And I've been having these dollar store lashes because they were $1. Like I couldn't resist them. So I bought different kinds. Like they had some like just regular full ones. They had some of those ones that are more like, I don't know, more like dramatic. I bought like 3 sets of lashes from the dollar store. And I have some on now and they look really good. Like when I tell you, I'm just looking like dollar store wear. Like the dollar store wear. These are not that different from the ones that I spent $20 on versus $1. Like if I find I save the package because I'll wear my lashes more than once, so I'll put them back in the package. But y'all, when I get the name of these lashes, I'm gonna share it in the description box. So if y'all stop by the dollar store and y'all see some lashes, you can scoop you up some for $1, girl. Now dollar store don't be consistent with their merchandise though, so you just have to keep going until you find what you need. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes they have something, you get hooked on it, like, oh, I like this particular product. There was a particular what did I like? I like they had some like Arm& and Hammer shower gel, but I was using it as hand soap. I wasn't using it as a shower gel. It just had this kind of like minty kind of essential oil type of smell, and I was using it like hand soap. But guess what? They don't have it anymore. So, dollar store is the dollar store. You get what you get. Hey, more MK, how you doing? Okay, so let me tell you how I handle love bombing because it's not easy. Um, I have a lot of different tactics to protect myself from narcissistic men, but truth be told, it's just challenging. It's just, I don't know, it is challenging. As much as I know about them and as much as I understand the situation as it is, as much as I accept them for who they are, it's very difficult not to get caught up in love bombing, and it's difficult to maintain an understanding that it's not real. It's not real. None of it is real. None of it is real. No matter how intense it feels, no matter how sincere they seem, no matter how into you they seem, it is not real. And the older they get, the better at love bombing they become. And the more money they have, the better that they are with love bombing because a Dusty can love bomb you with time and attention. He can blow your phone up. He can hog up your time talking on the phone. He can hog up your time by coming to your house and being all in your face and all attentive to you because he don't have shit going on for himself. He don't have no job. He don't have nothing going on. So he can love bomb you with time. But men with money can love bomb you with nice dates. They can love bomb you with money. They can love bomb you with gifts because they have the money to spend. You know what I'm saying? So it feels different and it feels a little bit more sincere because you're like, oh, he's spending money on me. So certainly he must really like me. He must really care about me. But in all actuality, if he has money, it's not hurting him to take you out or to spend money on you. It's like in his mind, he's already calculated how much he's going to spend, or he's already calculated exactly what it is that he's going to do in order to win your attention. And it's kind of like you don't trust him, you don't know him, you don't believe anything he says, you're very cold and you're very, matter of fact about him. And the thrill of the game is to get you from a place of not trusting to trusting, a place of being standoffish to a place of being affectionate, a place of being matter of fact to a place of being compassionate and affectionate with him, a place of being distrustful to a place of being trustful. And for them, it's a sport. You understand? If for them it is a pastime, it's something that lights them up. It's something that they do on the weekend for fun. And they constantly, especially when they have money, they're constantly cycling women in and cycling women out, that they get to run through the same process. And guess what? Over time, they just get better and better at it. They get better and better at the art of winning your space in your mind and in your heart. They get good at it. When they get older, they just get good at it. And the more money that they have, the more tools at their disposal in order to woo you and win you over and get to the final destination as quickly as possible. So, how do I handle this? Basically, if I find that a man is occupying my mind more than he needs to, I know that that is a sign that I need to focus on myself. That is a sign that I need to do inner child work. That is a sign that I need to do something for myself. I need to work out. I need to journal. I need to create something for myself. I need to focus on my finances. I need to focus on other men in my roster. That's very important. I think the top two things to do, number one, is to focus on yourself. Find out what is it inside of you that's missing. Like, where can you love on yourself? Because that's really what it's pointing to, is the fact that you need to love yourself. You need to focus on loving yourself, being affectionate to yourself, pleasing your own self, listening to yourself, valuing yourself, honoring yourself, respecting yourself, making time for you. What are the things that you have said that are important to you? Whether it be focusing on your finances, if it's focusing on your wardrobe, focusing on your skincare routine, focusing on your nutritional needs, focusing on your medical needs, focusing on your debt repayment needs, whatever, what are the things that you said are important to you? It's important for me to do these. These are my lifelong goals, or these are my year goals. These are my short-term goals. Take that time and energy that you're focusing on this random new guy and focus it on yourself. Take that same energy and focus it on yourself. That's how I look at it. If I have a man that's new in my life and he's occupying more space in my mind than is allocated, he's occupying more space in my mind and in my heart. If he's trying to edge into my heart without due diligence, without proper time and investment, to me, that's a sign that I need to focus on my own self. First and foremost, I need to focus on my own self. Secondly, I need to see what's going on with the rest of my roster. No one person should be taking up all my mind space. You understand? No one person should be occupying me to the point that I'm neglecting the rest of my roster. Like, I have other things going on. Because what these love bombers like to do is they like to come at you with this intensity. That's why it seems like it's real. It's like, it's fake. It's all fake. And you know that it's just a representative, but it seems so sincere and it seems so real that you can, for 5 seconds, forget that it's fake, right? And in the 5 seconds that you forget that it's fake, that's when they embed themselves into your mind, into your heart. And you're like, oh, damn, now I have an infection. I'm infected by a narcissist. Now I got to get this shit out of me. So, yeah, the way to get it out of you is to focus on yourself and love yourself and be self-validating, be self-fulfilling. You know what I'm saying? Be self, nurturing, self-soothing, self-fulfilling. That's the way to get the narcissistic infection out of you, so that you are not, lured into being a pick Misha, because the game is to be intense and then to pull back. So if you're ever wondering why a guy calls you every day, he calls you every day, he's Johnny on the spot, baby, what do you need? Baby, let me get this for you. Baby, I'm going to take you shopping. Baby this, baby that, and he'll be intense for like 10 days. And you kind of get used to it. Like it's almost like a heroin or something, you get used to this type of attention, and then they just pull it away complete, like they just make you go cold turkey. And so then you're left with this place of, okay, I call it filling up the space, but other women call it other things. But what I call it is filling up the space. There's a vacuum that is left when they pull back. The narcissistic guy, when he pulls back, he's been pursuing you, he's been catering to you, he's been showering you with compliments. You're so beautiful, you're so this, you're so that, blah, 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 promising you trips, promising you gifts, promising you this and that, taking you out on nice dates. And then he'll pull back cold turkey. He won't taper you off. He won't, he won't call a little bit less each day. No, 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 no. That's not what happens. He cuts you off cold turkey. So there's this thing, there's a vacuum. And so what most women are tempted to do is to fill up the space. And the only way that you can fill up the space is if you shift from being feminine and you shift into being masculine, and then you start chasing him down, wondering what happened? Are you okay? What's going on? He's fine. Barring going to the hospital or getting into a car wreck, there's nothing wrong with him. He knows exactly what he's doing. What he's doing is he's gotten you hooked on the initial love bombing, and he pulls back to make you chase him, to make you think that something is wrong with you and the reason why he's not doing the things that he used to do. That's the con, that's the game. And that's the point where they feel in control. So if you're trying to vie for his attention, you're trying to vie for his affection, you're trying to reel him back in and to get him to do what you were doing, because the thing about the love bombing is that once you experience it, you know what he's capable of. You know he can be affectionate. You know he can be generous. You know he can be attentive. You know he can cater to you and make you feel protected. You have this idea of him and what he can be in your life, and you get wrapped up in that fantasy, and he knows that. And so he will pull back and make you strive to always get there. It's just like a drug addict. A drug addict is always searching for the first high. Every single time they get high, they're looking for that feeling of first getting high. And they know that there's part of them that knows that they can never achieve that initial high, because when they got that high, their body was totally pure, it was totally clean, and they were sober. And so by them taking that drug that first time, it hits them like they've never been hit before. So they constantly, get high searching for that same feeling. And it's the same with love bombing. You're searching for that initial fantasy. You're searching for that initial feeling of euphoria, the feeling of falling in love, the feeling of finding a prince charming, the feeling of being swept off your feet. And he knows that, you're going to be searching for that love bombing high. And he's just going to run and play mind games and make you get more and more entrenched into the idea of winning back, getting back into his good graces, and figuring out. See, this is the thing. And I was talking to a friend the other day about wild goose chases. She's with this guy who's a sort of provider. He's like kind of a provider, but not all the way. And he sends her on these wild goose chases, like, well, I never had this, and I never been in love, and I've never da da da. This man is in his 70s. By the time a man is in his 70s, he has experienced everything life has to offer. Okay. He's had his heart broken. He's broken hearts. He's been in love. He's made other women fall in love. He's done it all. He's had women live with him. He's lived with women. He's traveled. He's had one night stands. Listen, by the time a man is 70, he has experienced it all. but he's pretending to be stupid in hopes to confuse her. And I told her, like, listen, he's playing games with you because he's thinking you're naive, and he is sending you on different wild goose chases because as long as you're trying to figure him out, you're not asking for money. You're not asking for the things that you need as far as getting your debt paid off, as far as getting the beauty treatments that you need, going shopping and doing that, because you're trying to figure out these curveballs that he's throwing to you. But you need to ignore all of that, blah, 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 blah. Back to the money, though. Back to the money, though, sir. I'm not about to follow blah, blah. Okay, you had childhood issues. I understand, baby. I hear you. So, anyway, about my student loan, take it back to the money because he knows exactly what he's doing. A 70-year-old wealthy man does not get to be 70 years old and have money by being stupid. Okay? You need to understand he's way smarter than he's leading off to be. He's pretending to be stupid. But you know what? When you know a manipulator, manipulate their ass right back. He wants to pretend to be stupid. You pretend to be stupid. And you keep bringing the conversation back to the money. Okay? So I say all that to say these guys think that they can send you on wild goose chases and you're going to be worried. Where is he? Why isn't he calling? What's going on? Da 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 da. Listen, it's okay. Be at peace. Take a deep breath. Woo-saw. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out. Take in a breath. Hold it for 4 counts. Breathe out for 8. Do whatever you have to do to calm your anxiety and to remember this is a signal that you are in need of self care. This is a signal that you are in need of self validating. This is a need for you to deeply put your roots down into the earth and become more feminine, become more relaxed, become more at peace, become more encompassed with your own self, become more ingrained and more entrenched in your own beautifying regimens, your own beauty, the things that you have to offer. Sink into that. You understand? That's what it's telling you. Don't, it's okay to observe the feeling of wanting to chase a man. Interesting. I noticed that I'm wanting to chase after him and to sit and to watch it, to sit and observe that feeling and to sit and be okay and at peace with it. And at the end of the day, remember, you're a feminine woman. We do not chase men. Okay. Men are not stupid. They know what they're doing. They're not busy. They're doing it on purpose. They're not going through emotional distress like you are. They're sleeping good at night. Probably taking out some other woman, starting the whole love bombing process over again with somebody else. That's fine because 9 times out of 10, he's going to realize that she is not you and he'll be back. So in the meantime, between time, remember to love on yourself and to honor yourself and don't fall into the narcissistic traps of love bombing. That is the message that I want to share with you today. Charles Williams says he's just listening. Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for tuning in. While you're here, please do like, share, and subscribe. If I can, I will go live tonight. I'm like low key not promising you that I will, but I kind of am putting it out there that I might give you an update on my trip and what's a guan with my roster. And I don't know, we have a lot to talk about for the rest of 2021, which is quickly coming to an end. I appreciate you, lovely ladies. I really do. I appreciate you more than you know. And that is my message that I wanted to share with you. And we will talk soon. Peace and love.